The US wants to own land in South Korea. Now, President Trump wants to own land under military bases in South Korea. This is from August 25th, 2025, Washington, D.C. Now, the US president have said he wants the United States to secure ownership of the land on which military bases in South Korea rather than leasing it from South Korea, meaning the US is turning the occupation already to complete annexation. The US have been in some of these military bases since the Second World War. And now President Trump is saying, no, 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 no. We don't want to lease the land for 10, 15 years. We don't want you to wake up in the morning and try to kick us out. We want to own your country. We want our military bases to remain there forever. So it will be our overseas territory. Now, speaking at the White House alongside South Korea's new president, Lee Jae-myung, Trump argued that Washington has poured billions into building and maintaining infrastructure on the Korean peninsula while stationing over 40,000 troops there, and yet does not hold any title to any land. And he said maybe one of the things I'd like to do is ask them to give us ownership of the land where we have big forts. Trump said this referring to the US military base. Now remember, that, like I said, the US have been there since the Second World War or since the Korean War, some will say. And Trump went on to say, I would like to see if we could get rid of the lease and get ownership of the land where we can have a massive military base. Now, the United States currently operates several major facilities in South Korea, including Camp Humphrey, which is the largest US overseas military base and headquarters of the US forces in Korea, the Osan Air Base, the Kusan Base, the Camp Casey, Yongsan Garrison, which is in Seoul, now relocating to Camp Humphrey. So Trump's comment is coming amidst, a political situation in South Korea with the former president now being dragged to court every day. So Trump is looking for some sort of acquiescence from the new leader to test his guts to see what he's about by trying to force his hand and say, well, we want to own a military base in South Korea.